Hey guys, welcome to Discussing the Universe with Drake.
And Ty.
And today we have our special guest, Grant.
I have no factoids about myself. They're forcing me against my will.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
whatever.
Yep.
And today we will be talking about movies, cinema, the theater.
Like movies
Art.
in general, Grant.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can get to hype everybody up about Star Wars, but we'll also be talking about other movies. So
Yes.
not just Star
Okay,
Wars.
so the history of movies.
Here we
In the
go.
1920s, one of the first ones were the Lumiere brothers were like the first people that really started making movies, right? And they
Alright.
filmed like a train that was like coming in. It's one of like the first main movies ever made. And like when the train was coming out at the screen, like people thought it was a real train.
What's
And
that?
then-
What's that movie's score on Rotten Tomatoes?
Definitely 0%.
0%.
Lumiere brothers train on Rotten Tomatoes.
How many movies are 0% on Rotten Tomatoes?
A
Let me
lot,
check right now.
actually.
What is it freaking in Joe Rogan podcast where he's like, Jamie, can you
Maybe can you pull that up? All right, so I think everyone should say their favorite movie at the beginning, just so we have
Okay.
a picture of this. And if you don't have a favorite movie, make one up on the spot.
There's only two other people here. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're all like connoisseurs of like the arts and stuff. So
Yes.
I hope we all have a favorite movie already selected. Anyway, mine is
Yeah.
A Silent Voice, because it's just really
Love that.
really good. Animated movies obviously count, right?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
what?
good.
What?
Good.
What?
What do you mean? Animated movies
Listen,
aren't art. obviously.
I've met some
Animated movies
people.
don't count.
I've met some
Silent-
people.
People in quotation marks.
Yes, some humans. No, but
British people.
no, stop.
No
I'm
one
friends with
who
British
watches
people.
this podcast. No one who watches this podcast are British.
If you guys are British, comment below and say I'm British and I'm offended.
comment below comment in your British accent down below.
Speaking of commenting, make sure you check out the description for all of the social media stuff.
That's right.
Join the Discord.
Please join the Discord. We need more guest stars. We're running low on
We
our
are running
supply.
low. That is correct.
Okay, so I'll just say my favorite movie is
Yeah.
Empire
Alright.
Strikes Back. Like
Nice, very epic. Star Wars, epic. Okay, I wonder how many people out there actually don't, when they hear like Empire Strikes Back, are like, "What's that?" Like,
Not a lot of people.
I think younger people nowadays.
apparently, like one of my sister's like friends or something. Someone in the friend group mentioned like, "Oh, Luke, I am your father," and she was like, "What? Darth Vader is Luke's father? That's just
What?
what? I never knew
What?
that." I'm like, "What? Are you
What?
kidding me?
Oh no!
What?
You live with a heretic.
How old is that movie? No, not my sister. One of my sister's friends
Oh,
was.
they're friends with a heretic.
Why? I have the original Star Wars trilogy, the unedited version on VHS, and that's the only way you're allowed to watch the movie.
Got it.
What's your favorite movie, Drake?
My favorite movie is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because
That
it's
one.
rad, sicko, cool.
That one is red. Sicko cool.
It's pretty bonkers.
That was my
I like
tie
all
for
of those
first.
movies. I do think I think Silent Voice is better, but I like both of those movies.
Yeah,
I've never
was
seen
very
Silent
difficult.
Voice.
What?
I've never seen it before.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's very good.
Spoilers
Let me-
for Silent Voice. Hold up.
Oh no!
Don't spoil it.
No, I'm not
Don't
gonna
spoil
spoil.
it. Actually, hold on.
Spoiler
Let me look
alert!
up.
It's about a
Spoiler alert! It's about
Silent
like people.
Voice.
Anyway. No, but
2016.
the
film.
reason-
Oh, it's one. It's the. I think I've heard of
It's an
this.
anime.
yeah, the reason it got me, it got my number one spot was because it made me shed actual tears. It was just like, that was such a good film.
Yeah. What a
Look at-
cry,
Look
baby.
at, look at how hard I can cry at this beautiful film. But yeah, that's why I got my first. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was just visually appealing, and like the score and everything. Like Spider-Verse is a perfect movie.
Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse. Everything just like every single moment is so perfectly
Yes.
orchestrated. throughout
I'm
the
being a
entire
little
thing.
controversial, but Spider-Verse
no.
is not even my favorite Spider-Man movie.
What
What
is your
the-
favorite
okay,
Spider-Man?
what
movie?
is your favorite Spider-Man
Yeah.
movie?
Probably Homecoming.
That's
Homecoming.
fair.
Okay.
Homecoming is
Homecoming
like
or-
in my
or
top
Spider-Man
10
1.
also.
Spider-Man
Oh, the
2000.
first one?
You like Spider-Man 1 more than 2?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I
That's,
never-
that's
This
an
is
interesting
interesting.
When
take.
I was younger, I watched 1 and 3 the most by far. 2 I liked, but I didn't watch it nearly as much.
Really?
Wow.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that
so-
about you, Grant. Very well.
So I have
Honestly,
a list of
I've watched like
0%
the
ratings.
Amazing Spider-Man movies more than the regular Spider-Man because those were coming out at around like the time I would be watching those type of movies.
So I have a list of all the 0% movies on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh no.
All right.
There's about, it seems like there's probably about 20, 25 here.
All right.
Okay.
And some surprising ones I find is Jaws: The Revenge, which is, I believe, Jaws 4.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
last
By
Jaws
the
they ever
fourth
made.
Jaws, you expect
Yeah.
it to go very low anyway.
I've heard
Yeah.
bad things about that movie. Yeah.
Mac and Me. I don't know if you guys have heard of Mac and Me. It's
I've heard in
it
Mac and Me. I didn't hear it was that bad.
I have
Jeez.
not heard of
Super
it.
Baby Geniuses 2.
That one just sounds
Geniuses.
that one sounds like a 0%. Oh my god.
The live action version of Max Steel. Yeah, that seems like it would be pretty awful, which was a Disney XD show.
I actually
Oh,
watched
yeah.
that when I was younger. Yeah.
And
I thought it
those
was
are like
okay.
the only ones you know. The rest are like kind of random.
I mean, you don't know
garbage.
how much obscure knowledge I keep locked in here. Go ahead,
I-
hit me with.
I mean, there's what else here?
Is Cats 2019 on there?
Cats is not on there.
Dang it!
Wait, I thought Cats was this year.
It was this. Oh
Cats
my
was
god!
Cats was last
Cats was 20
December. It came out the same
okay.
day as Rise of Skywalker.
Haha.
Okay. you red pill, blue pill, Cats, Rise of Skywalker.
I watched Rise of Skywalker. Speaking, you know, what,
Yeah.
let's talk about Rise of Skywalker.
Awful movie.
That's-
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't
I had
like it that much.
I
It was
was
bad.
the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, and I was so pained. Just the
My
whole, except the final battle was kind of cool.
Final
but it was
Battle's always
was-
cool.
by Raylo and
my opinion of it was like at first, like watching Rise of Skywalker, I was like, okay, this is all right. But watching it again, I was like, it just gets
Awful.
worse. It gets
Oh,
worse on every rewatch I've seen of it.
and it's so long and just goes nowhere.
You see, in my opinion, like I don't understand where Raylo even came from. Like, there was no buildup, like at all.
From nowhere, it came from freaking.
Oh, it's because they
on
they
Twitter.
talked in the Force land
Yeah.
and they said a couple lines of dialogue
Okay,
about
I
how much they
like
hated
the
each
idea
other.
of them being connected through the Force. But
Yeah,
not,
that's cool. But like, don't do
Uh-huh.
romantically. Like, no.
0%.
Every single one of their interactions was, "I want to kill you, I hate you," and then all of a
But-
sudden they're like, "Oh, we actually are really into each other."
Best scene in the movie though
Poor
was
Finn,
was Han Solo though. I
Well,
think
I mean, you know,
when he's
takes the spotlight wherever he goes.
That
you
was,
know, obviously.
that
Yeah.
was cool.
Harrison Ford. Harrison
Harrison Ford is a Chad. The Indiana
So-
Jones
in
franchise
Indiana Jones
Mm.
5.
is
Delicious.
so good, except for 4, of course.
Okay,
Crystal
Kingdom of
Skull.
the Crystal Skull is not that bad. Like
not that
comparison
bad,
to
no.
other failed movie sequels.
To what people like say it is like the most terrible
They say it's like the
movie I've
prequel.
ever
It is
seen.
not as bad as
It's not as bad as those, yeah.
Yeah.
But Indiana Jones 5, I can't believe that they're still like doing that. Because how long ago was Crystal Skull?
2011. Let me check. I think-
2011.
You think they're gonna do
What?
something where it's like Harrison Ford's like son and like they have like flashbacks? Or
They
something
wouldn't
like
do that. That would
No,
be
because they're not going to bring Shia
so-
LaBeouf back. I'm actually
bringing
wrong.
Shia LaBeouf
Kingdom
back?
of the Crystal Skull came out in 2008.
2008.
Whoa.
I highly doubt they're going to bring Shia LaBeouf back. Are you kidding me? I want them to, but I doubt it.
He's coming
People
for your
like
life.
Shia LaBeouf,
He's
actually.
Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. He's Shia LaBeouf.
Shia
So-
LaBeouf.
Anytime I hear Shia LaBeouf's name, that's the thing that comes up in my head. I'm sorry, Shia LaBeouf, in some alternate reality where we're doing this exact same podcast and you're listening, I am so sorry.
No, no, it's this reality. Shia LaBeouf is listening right now. I'm calling you out
obviously.
right now,
Hi,
Shia LaBeouf.
hi, Shia.
Hey,
Hope you're having a good day. Stay hydrated.
Give me your money and your will. Cool? You got that, Shia LaBeouf?
Or don't
Cool.
do that, Shia LaBeouf, because you shouldn't
Please.
bend to Drake's will.
What?
Yeah.
But I want money.
Well, then do it the same way everybody else does it, without crime.
Communist? Oh.
Now, hang on a minute.
Speaking of Shia LaBeouf, have you guys seen the
Transformers.
Transformers movies?
Yeah.
Not either.
No.
I've seen all of them except the latest, the night
All of
one.
them? Last night.
I've seen
I
the
have-
first. I've seen what was okay. The first one, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, and
Dark of the
the
Moon.
Dinosaur one.
Age of Extinction. I didn't see
Age
that
of
one, but I just know the name because I saw commercials for it. I was like, whoa! Optimus
It's
Prime is on a
Dinobot.
dinosaurs! Ah.
I saw. I haven't seen that many Transformers movies, mostly because it's just like I kind of grew out of Transformers really quickly.
Oh well,
but
you're just not cool.
no,
Transformers is
but-
awesome at any age.
No, I did watch that one show though, like it was the CGI
Robots in Disguise.
Robots in Disguise.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
that
you
one.
know it, but
I
The
think
3D
I watched
one,
that one.
and I
Yeah.
did watch that one. That one was like,
Was that the one on
neat,
the
Transformers?
4Kids channel?
I don't remember.
probably. Who knows?
But then there was this other like spin-off show where it was like 4 other Transformers. I don't know.
Whatever.
That one wasn't as good, which is saying something.
When I first watched like the first Transformers movie, it was so weird because the tone is so like strange.
Yeah,
It
I liked it,
feels
though.
it feels like they were trying to. You like the original Transformers?
I was
It was
6 when
fun.
I watched it.
Of course,
Wow.
yeah. No, but
you were
I
conditioned
watched
at a
it
young age.
relative like a couple years ago, just because like it was over the summer. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch some Transformers movies.
The time
So I've
has
seen the
come.
first 2, and then I got halfway through the third one, and then I
Park in
just
the Moon has
clocked
a
out.
cool action scene at the end. Like the third act's pretty good, but yeah, it's.
I
kinda
feel like
garbage.
that doesn't make up for bad plot though, you know, and like
Okay, it doesn't, but like sometimes.
I've also seen Bumblebee.
okay,
Oh, Bumblebee's good. Bumblebee's
I liked
good. saw
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, yeah. I did, the acting was a little questionable at some points, but yeah.
I will admit though,
That's why
I know
Hollywood should
people
hire me.
don't really like the Transformers action sequences because they're too like random and bombastic, and the designs have too many like moving parts. But I liked them. I actually really like the action parts. Were the only parts that were redeemable for the original Transformers movies for me. And the Bumblebee movies action, I mean, I guess it was more clear what was happening, like in the freaking choreography, but it wasn't. I didn't feel as like fun, but I still liked it. Still a good
God.
movie.
Optimus's design in that movie is so good.
Oh yeah.
Actually-
the G1.
I haven't seen that movie, so
Well, just look it up.
I
Just
mean,
really
it
good-
flopped at the box office, so you're
Oh.
not exactly. The
You're
only
not
person
gonna-
that's
Got it.
Yeah.
I didn't
Got
see it
it.
in theaters. I watched it over the summer during quarantine.
I actually, same. I actually didn't know that Bumblebee flopped. I thought it did okay.
Maybe it didn't fully flop, but it definitely didn't like
Underperformed.
underperformed. Yeah.
you know,
Bumblebee.
Speaking of
2018.
during quarantine, me and Drake have both watched, and Ty has seen it, but probably before quarantine. End of Ava, which is my
yes.
third favorite movie of all time. Probably.
Third?
Very, very good movie.
Well, you've mentioned your first and third. What's your second?
Well, I just know that I'm forgetting about something. Oh, Dark Knight. That's what it is.
Dark Knight.
Okay.
Oh,
I
that's
have
really
I have
good.
not seen any of the like new Batman movies.
The new
Oh.
Batman movies. Dark Knight
Not the
came
new
out-
Batman movies, but okay, new compared to like the overall like everything. I've seen the
Ooh,
Tim
speaking of
Burton Batman,
I need,
series.
I need
Batman.
to say my hottest take of all time that
Oh,
no one
no.
agrees with.
Uh
That
Here we
Batman
go.
vs Superman is a very, very good movie. The ultimate edition
oh.
Wait. What did you just say? Sorry,
That
my
maybe
mind
Superman.
blocked it out.
is a very good movie. The 3-hour cut of it is
The
very
3-hour
good.
cut?
3-hour cut.
I haven't seen that
What?
many long movies.
It's really good. I saw The Irishman on an airplane ride back from Hawaii, and it made me
Really?
extremely tired. It wasn't that bad, but it was so long. It's 3.5 hours long.
That cuts
Longest-
out most of the flight.
Yeah, exactly. Longest movie I've ever seen,
Really.
like in one sitting. Yeah.
Movie marathons.
I don't do marathons of
You don't?
movies like per day, like in one day. I do it like one night I'll watch one,
yeah.
and then the next night I'll watch the next in the series. That's what I did over quarantine for a lot of movies.
Yeah, I watched 100 movies 100 days straight during quarantine.
Wow.
Like
Le-
one every day.
leading up to the release of Rise of Skywalker on Disney Plus on May the 4th, I watched one Star Wars movie leading up to that day every night, except we miscalculated, so we had to do episode 6 and Force Awakens in one night,
Oh.
which
I mean,
was
that
it was a
doesn't-
nice comparison. It was a nice jump to see like the difference.
Yeah. I remember when Force Awakens first came out, I watched episode 6 the night before.
See,
And then for episode 7, I watched episode 5 before because episode 5 is the best one, and I just wanted to watch the
Oh,
best one.
quick little cleanse before you dive.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
Jedi is also an amazing movie, by the way.
Here's controversial opinion that me and Grant have always been gunning for. Last Jedi, great movie.
I think it's probably, in my opinion, the 4th best Star Wars movie.
I made a list. I have a list
Yeah.
on my Instagram. Go follow in the description. Ring the bell. pay the Patreon.
Like the video, all that jazz. We don't have
Ty
Patreon.
maybe has an OnlyFans. I don't know.
I plead the fifth.
Star
I
Wars
don't-
review.
I'm not a Star Wars connoisseur, so I can't exactly voice my
Have you
opinion.
seen every Star Wars movie?
Not every Star Wars movie.
Oh my god, you suck.
You cringe. You
Simon, I
cringe.
just told you I'm not a Star Wars connoisseur.
Okay, guys, this podcast is now exploring
Okay.
multiverse with Drake and Grant.
we're kicking Ty off the series. I feel like
Wow.
every single episode of this podcast, I cancel the series.
You
Yeah.
do,
It really
actually.
shows.
It shows the
It really
integrity.
shows the
We're
yeah, how easy the show just falls apart.
Yep.
I'm trying to look at my rankings. So the highest on my list is. I think I have it at number 5
Number 5.
because it's the first 3 movies, and then it's. But I'm not. I think Last Jedi and Revenge of the Sith are in the same place, like in the exact. They have the exact same score.
So good.
So it could be either 4th or 5th, depending on how my brain feels.
I'm in more of a Rise of Skywalker mood today.
Which one
Like,
have
oh
you
my
not
god.
seen then, Ty? Because
Uh,
have you seen all of the original trilogy?
The original trilogy, yes.
Okay.
But
Okay, cool.
basically after that, I kind
So
of
basically, you've seen the
dipped,
original trilogy, and
yeah.
then you've seen. I know you said earlier that you saw 9.
yeah.
Did you see 7 and 8?
No, I don't think so.
Did you
Okay.
see Rogue One or Solo? I
Rogue
doubt
One,
that. If you
Rogue One, I did.
You
Solo,
saw Rogue
I
One.
didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you?
Rogue
and you haven't
Solo.
seen
A
any
lot of
Drake-
people didn't watch.
I watched Solo. It was pretty good. It was fun with a friend. I went with Cyrus. That was pretty cool. And Darth Maul showed up, and he was like, "I'm Darth Maul."
Oh, that
Pretty
one.
rad.
I did see that one.
Oh, okay, cool. So you've seen everything but the prequels and a couple of the sequels.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just.
Not very
Um,
big.
Oh my god.
what's some other movies? Pirates of the Caribbean, that whole franchise.
I'm not like super connected to it, but I've seen them all except the newest one.
Very based.
Uh,
No.
How many have you seen, Ty?
I've seen all of them.
Epic win.
I heard the latest one wasn't even that good. so
It's.
I don't think I'm.
It wasn't.
It's fine.
It like almost every other sequel out there. It's like not as good as the original. Nothing really beats the original when it comes to certain things. But it was okay.
Empire Strikes Back.
The original
Yes.
trilogy for Pirates of the Caribbean is so much fun to like rewatch, especially because again over quarantine I watched them a night after each other. The last in the like first trilogy, so At World's End, is like 3 hours long,
Yeah, I don't like that one that much.
and I really like that one, except for like there's an hour of the movie they can cut out. So you know if they could make, I felt like they were like writing it and they're like, this is the last. It was going to be the last of the trilogy.
Yeah.
This is going to be the last of the trilogy. We have to make it matter. Let's make it 3 hours long, but we only have a 2-hour plot. Well, let's just stick another hour
Slap an hour
of
in
useless
there. I
filler
see.
onto it.
On Stranger Tides is a really bad movie.
On
I'm
Stranger
surprised
Tides is
people
the
don't
worst
talk about it.
one
It's
of
so
the
bad.
entire thing. It's so like ridiculously boring and lame.
Yep.
Yep. That is
Avengers.
what it is.
Okay, guys, that's the whole
No.
podcast.
Okay, God, that's the whole
We
podcast.
haven't even tackled
See you
Marvel
next
yet.
time. Okay, fine.
Marvel?
We shall discuss Marvel.
I
DC's
went,
better than Marvel. Let's just go into it. Like this.
You're a liar.
went-
You're wrong.
I went on a 3-week venture to basically just binge all of the Marvel movies.
Yep.
It was pretty good. I never really
An Incredible Hulk you watched?
Did you
I-
watch Incredible Hulk?
I
have
didn't
not
like
seen
I
it.
didn't like
Never
Incredible Hulk that
seen it?
much.
You saw Incredible Hulk? No one watches
Of course,
Incredible
I saw
Hulk.
Incredible Hulk when I was younger. When there was 4 MCU movies.
I didn't get into the MCU until after like the first Avengers came out.
Oh,
I-
the first
Uh,
MCU movie I ever watched in theaters was Iron Man 2 in 2010.
That was right before. It's so weird to me that the first 2 Iron Man films are in like the first phase.
Yeah,
Right.
but I literally saw I Iron Man 2 is the first one I saw, and then I watched Iron Man 1 and Incredible Hulk from like Blockbuster because Blockbuster existed.
What's that?
And then I never saw Thor 1 until I was way older, and then I saw Captain America and Avengers.
I was so confused in Thor 1. I couldn't
Still haven't seen Thor 1 because I
It's
don't
fine.
want to watch
I couldn't
it.
follow
it's
the plot
whatever.
sometimes. It was like, okay.
It's just, Dark World is bad. Like it's worse.
I've seen
I
Dark
will
World,
ag-
and
I
it's
will
like
agree with
the
that.
worst one
I
of
saw
all
Dark
the
World
MCU movies.
theaters.
You wasted your
I
money
saw
on...
literally every single Phase 2 and Phase 3 Marvel movie in theaters.
Huh.
Actually, no, I didn't see Captain Marvel in theaters because I just did not care, and I saw Shazam instead because Shazam was a way better movie. And Zachary Levi was that
Shazam was
screen.
really good. Shazam was my number one DC movie, and then Aquaman came out. I enjoyed Aquaman. I'm sorry.
You enjoyed Aquaman?
I
No,
enjoyed Aquaman.
Okay. Aquaman is like one of my guilty pleasures. Like I love it in that way, and like it's really fun to laugh at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's a feel good movie.
And the action's great. Yeah, I agree. I can see, but I think I mean, I love Man of Steel. I love Batman v Superman. I love all of that, and that's why Justice League Snyder Cut's coming out next year, only because of me, because of my petitioning.
Right. I remember watching
I
Batman
see.
vs Superman in theaters with my dad, and afterwards we were kind of just like, huh. We kind of didn't enjoy it that much because
That movie and Civil War came out in the same summer, I remember, and I liked that BVS better, and I still like BVS better. And Civil War is an amazing
Wow.
Civil War is really good.
Civil
movie.
War
Also,
is so
controversial
good.
opinion, but I think Drake might agree with me. I don't know for sure. I could be totally
Yeah.
wrong. Winter Soldier is the weakest Captain America movie.
I do not agree with that, actually. The first one is the weakest one out of all of them, I'd say.
Really controversial opinion. Then the first one's my favorite Captain America.
Uh-oh.
Really? Wait, do we have the exact opposite opinion? Wait, no, okay, never
Yeah,
mind. I think Civil War is my favorite Captain America.
For me, I mean, Spider-Man's awesome in it. Like that was so cool.
Yeah, well,
But
it has
I liked it
Spider-Man
when
in it, so
Spider-Man
it
showed
automatically gets raised up to the top. That's how it works.
Right next to all the other Spider-Man films. Yeah, I liked when Spider-Man showed up because he was like under ruse, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's Spider-Man.
I remember I was in school and like people were like, "Did you see the Civil War trailer?" I'm like, "No, I didn't watch it yet because like I didn't care too much." Until people were like, "Did you?" There was like Spider-Man in it. And I was like,
Spider-Man
"What?
showed
Hold on,
up, yeah.
hold on."
Me and
What?
Brayden were watching it with our media teacher in middle school, and he was like, "No, Spider-Man's not going to be in it." I know. I think I've already told you this, Drake, but I'm telling the audience.
You have
again.
not actually. Yeah, I've not told me this.
Oh,
Also, I'm here.
and my-
Jeez.
well, no, I didn't think I told it to you already. My digital media teacher was like, "Spider-Man's not going to be in this," because me and Brayden were like, "Spider-Man's going to be in it because he was already confirmed for Civil War." And then my teacher was like, "I didn't see anything about Spider-Man in it." And then we watched it, and at the end, when it was like under ruse, we all started like flipping out. So cool.
Do you just burn
Under
that
his
teacher?
sneeze.
Oh, also multiple times in school, I've gone to the bathroom in quotation marks to watch movie trailers that are like.
Seriously?
Yes.
It's like
I did it
what-
with. I did
It's
it
his
with,
life.
It's his.
I did
it's
it
his
with Force
dirty little
Awakens.
secret.
I did it with Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker.
Sometimes.
I went out all of those times to go watch the
The
trailer.
Star Wars trailers. I would like hide my phone and watch the trailers like in class.
Yeah, episode 9, I half hid
You
my
guys
I
phone.
of
gotta
course
calm
wasn't
down.
listening to.
Episode 8, though, I literally, there was like a panel talking about the movie. I went and said, I need to go to the bathroom, and I ended up being in that bathroom for like 15 minutes. I was like, I was.
Dude, lunch was
It's a
terrible,
little
I tell you.
It's a little backed up in there.
Oh my god.
It's like, I'm sorry, I got lost for a moment.
You've been going to this school for 3
I
years.
accidentally went to the McDonald's bathroom instead of the school bathroom. That's my B.
Dude, oh my god, I remember being so out of it at school one day that I tried going out through the front door to go home to my bathroom. And I was like, wait a minute.
Excuse me, can I use the bathroom?
I gotta use
Sure,
the
no,
bathroom.
goes out the window and just leaves.
No, I wasn't that because I was sick and like tired, and I was just like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I tried walking at the front door. It was just like,
You're foolish.
not allowed to do that, kiddo. I'm like, oh
For
right.
the next segment on exploring multiverse with Drake and Grant, I
Yeah.
think we should talk about
Why,
what
why are you
like
trying
our
to steal my position?
favorite-
Because
Our
no, you're
favorite-
not here anymore, Ty.
Wow.
our favorite movies that people like consider really bad. And I've already said mine is Batman vs Superman.
Favorite movie that people consider really bad. I mean, I would have said like Pirates of the Caribbean 3, but people are liking that movie more and more now. I've noticed online. So, well, first of all, of course, Last Jedi, which doesn't deserve the hate it gets.
Listen, I don't.
Do I
hate
have
it. I
a
just
like
didn't
Batman
like it
v
that much.
Superman level movie? That's a big boy. That's a big one. Hold on, I have I'm recording in my room right now, and I'm just kind of I'm just looking in my closet, which has a bunch of like DVDs and VHSs in it,
Okay.
and I'm looking.
Oh, I have this. There was this one friend, I had, and they didn't like Spirited Away.
I've never seen
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And I was like, but it's a Ghibli
Spirited
film.
Away is the only Ghibli film I've seen.
Ponyo is the only Ghibli film I've seen.
Dude, I
Ponyo?
have
Imagine
the
watching
Japanese.
Ponyo.
I have the Japanese DVD for Ponyo sitting on a shelf outside my room right now. It's waiting for me. It's waiting for me to get a CD player.
all of the movies that were like underrated back then are no longer really underrated. Like specifically, my little trifecta of Megamind, Rango, and Road to El Dorado.
Ooh,
I was
Road to El
watching
Dorado,
those for
let's
ages, and I
go.
thought they were so good, and everyone was like, "No, they're not Disney." You've never
It's
seen
time
any
to
of them?
be young.
Wait, repeat the other ones. I just heard El Dorado.
Megamind, Rango, Road to
I
El
love
Dorado.
I
Yeah,
hate
Megamind,
Rango.
awesome.
You
Rango-
hate
what?
Cringe.
Get out of my
Cringe.
I don't
podcast.
enjoy
Save
Rango.
me.
I find it very
That's
boring.
the shut down this podcast right now.
Megamind
Rango
though
is so
is
good.
one of the best animated movies.
When was the last time you watched Rango?
When it released in theaters. I
Oh, you
hated
gotta
it.
rewatch it. You gotta
I walked
rewatch it,
out
man.
of the theater when I was younger.
What? I've
One of
never
the
walked
only
out of a
movies
movie before.
I've ever walked out of when I was like 6 or 7. I literally.
You gotta rewatch it. It's so good.
Oh no.
It is really good. Oh my god, movie theater stories.
There's a suggestion, Grant, for you because you were looking for movies to watch. Rewatch Rango.
Movie
Speak-
theater
it's really
stories,
good.
like I mentioned earlier, Zachary Levi coming into the movie theater when I was watching Shazam. For the audience that doesn't know, he plays Shazam.
I mean, I just guessed that.
Yeah, I
I
was
didn't
gonna
even
guess
know.
it's probably the actor.
Hey, like Shazam or Kid Shazam?
Shazam.
Also, the Wizard
Sure.
Shazam or
Captain Marvel. Shazam.
Shut up.
got it.
Shut up.
The original Captain Marvel, by
Right.
the way.
Yeah.
I watched Captain Marvel. It was
Not a good movie. It's really not a good movie.
It was
But what
It
about
was interesting.
woman power?
Remember when they made Wonder Woman's a good woman power movie? How about that?
Wonder
Woman?
Yeah.
Woman's a good. There
Wonder
you go.
Woman
See
was
that?
really good. Yeah.
You'll say like Captain Marvel's bad, and people will be like, "Wow, you're just sexist." But like, no, there are the good movies out there that have women superheroes. But I guess those just don't count.
Oh, do you guys want to watch
Also,
it?
the issue is they make it out of the most boring women superheroes. Like, you could make like the new gods for DC with like these god tier people, and then they make freaking Black Widow. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to watch a movie about Black Widow.
Black Widow would have been a lot better if it was made before Endgame. You know,
Totally.
before she died.
Probably better.
No spoilers because
plan.
it's too old by now. I don't care.
It is too
Every
old.
single person in the world has seen it by now.
Probably.
What percent of the population do you think has seen Endgame / Infinity War?
Out of like all 5 billion.
Everyone in the
humans?
world, 10%, less than 10%.
Yeah, but I still think that's just incredible.
I
actually.
say like at most 12.
Yeah,
You're right. It's just us three and like maybe a few people at our school.
12% of 7.5 billion.
what's your guys' like biggest reaction in a movie theater, like at a certain thing that happened?
Ooh, it was probably at one of the new Star Wars movies. Probably when Han Solo died in Episode 7.
Yeah, that was
That
a
one
pretty
hurt.
big one. I remember when Yoda showed up in Last Jedi.
That was pretty good.
I really freaked out. But I have to admit, when Cap got Mjolnir, I flew
Oh,
yes.
so hard.
That's
so
that
When you
one.
just saw it, oh,
That's
I knew it was going to happen in the movie too. Like, I could just predict it in my mind. I was like,
I
they gotta
did
do
it.
it. This is gonna be the last chance that
it's
they
the
can
last
do it.
chance.
And I'm like, and then when the thing starts lifting, I'm like, oh, and then he grabs it. And Avengers Assemble a few seconds later. Is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
in my mind while I was watching that scene, I'm like, there's gonna be something that, because it felt too good to be true. Okay, I felt like there was gonna be something that was gonna stop the big fight with every single superhero guy to happen. It just didn't. It just went. The fight happened, and it was so cool.
What do you think would have happened? Just some
I don't know.
quick
It's
gag where something shows up and it's like, "Hey, people," and then the fight
Yeah,
starts.
it's okay. So you know
Really?
how in Infinity War, like a bunch of them get like split up or whatever, and the big fight is only like 5 of them.
Well,
felt like that
since
was
this
gonna
is
happen.
relevant news right now, how do you feel about Spider-Man 3 being all about the multiverse and Spider-Verse?
It probably 99% will, because they're getting all the old actors from the old movies.
Dude,
That is gonna create such a big reaction.
Do you
Some
think they'll
people-
introduce live-action Miles Morales?
that'll be
Live action now,
interesting.
they might just leave that to Spider-Verse to
Spider-Verse,
do its own thing. Yeah,
Speaking of
the
sequel-
exaggerated.
speaking of the sequel to Spider-Verse, was it 2 years ago or last year? Anyway, I attended a Gnomon summer class. Gnomon is a place where they do like visual
Animation stuff.
animation stuff and like creating things for like games and movies.
Mhm.
And there was this panel for the director of
Oh,
you know,
oh,
the Spider-
wait, no, it's not Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They're the producers. Different guy.
yeah, and my brother, he he asked me, it's like, "Hey Ty, remember at the end of the movie with the spider guy? Who was that?" And then
Spider-Man
I went,
2099.
Yeah,
yeah,
2099.
I went Spider-Man 2099, and he's like, "Cool, thanks." And he asks for the question microphone, and I'm like, "Wait, what? What's about to happen?" And he stands up and he goes, "So anyway, at the end of the movie, when Spider-Man 2099 says something about, you know, the multiverse and like time travel and stuff, does that mean there's going to be a sequel?" And the director went, "I'm not allowed to say anything about that."
I mean,
They
They
confirmed
confirmed
that
that there's
Japanese
gonna be, like-
Spider-Man is going to be in Spider-Verse too.
Really?
That's
Like
gonna
be
epic.
the
Two
live
Wait,
action one?
The live action one is going to be animated in it. Yeah. He's
Oh,
gonna be a full
nice.
character.
That's gonna be cool.
That's gonna be fun.
Wait, like you mean like animated as in season finale of Gumball animated, or like
No, he's going to be Spider-Verse
Actually-
style animated. Just,
Okay.
that'll be
Yeah.
cool.
Do you think there's gonna be like a live action character in Spider-Verse 2?
No.
Do you think that
0%
could happen?
No,
chance.
I hope
Alright.
not.
Even if Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield show up in it, they're going to be animated, guaranteed.
You're right.
Animated Tobey Maguire. I'm gonna enjoy watching that. Oh, it really
They should've
sucks.
They should have just made Peter B. Parker.
Yeah,
Tobey
technically,
Maguire.
technically, he was like
It
kind of
matches
supposed to be,
up
because they're
so
like
much,
the
yeah.
story. They have the exact same story.
Maybe
Yeah,
a li-
literally.
maybe a
Like,
little
they
They
delicate.
literally
Yeah.
modeled Mary Jane the same too.
Yeah.
All of the scenes too, like the upside down kissing and the car crash thing.
Right.
Yeah. In the train, they literally show him pulling the train.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, in the
All
montage at
thanks
the
to
beginning.
the original
Hmm.
movie.
Pretty based.
Pretty epic.
I can't
thing,
believe you
yeah.
haven't seen any of the Dark Knight trilogy, Drake. What's wrong?
I
with
have
you?
not. I'm so okay. So how's the Dark Knight? Is that like the second movie, right?
Yeah, Batman Begins is the first one.
Batman Begins. Is that the one? Is
You
that the
think
one
Batman?
With Scarecrow.
with Scarecrow? Okay, that's a weird one to start on. No one talks
Well,
about that movie.
it's Scarecrow and Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, but whatever.
Don't you mean Raj Al Ghul or what? Nah, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm sorry.
Or you could say Ra's al Ghul.
Or like
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. Or Ra's al Ghul, and then he's
Raj Al
kind of
Ghul
like
or
the.
something.
He doesn't appear in all of them, but he's kind of like the villain. That's like the through line of the trilogy.
It's like
So-
hiding.
Obviously, Joker and Two-Face in the second one,
Everyone,
And then
yes.
everyone
third one-
thinks of Dark Knight as like the first movie.
and then third one. I know Batman Begins.
Oh yes, you know.
And then Bane
Yeah.
is in the third one. I
And
saw
then
Dark
Bane's in
Knight
the
Rises
third one.
in theaters. It was amazing.
When Bane like broke Batman's back, I'm like, cool. So the movie's over, right?
The
I
movie is
love
fun.
the
That's
scene where
how
he,
it-
where he
I'm
crawls
like-
out of the well. Batman, where he has to get out of the massive well.
Yeah.
Wait, have you both seen it?
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
told.
Oh.
Or not? I mean, have you
no,
seen
I-
it? Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen it.
yeah. And he like crawls out, and he's like, and they're like, oh,
It's just, dude, that was your spine, bro.
yeah.
You need that. Like, you don't recover from that quickly. I'm sorry.
how does he recover from that? Because I already knew that happened.
Literally, it's
Bane,
just
duh.
in this well
Yeah.
for like 6 months.
It's
yeah.
just plot armor. Yeah, 6 months to heal a broken spine. No, that's not gonna happen.
Called he's paralyzed forever.
Yeah.
That's how Batman Beyond the
Listen.
animated show has, because it's in like the wheelchair or whatever.
He's not in the
Hmm.
wheelchair for the entirety of Batman.
Yeah, I know, but it's a funny joke. Okay. Grant.
I
Okay,
watched.
Grant.
I watched. You know how Death Battle.
Yeah.
They do like character bios and stuff before the characters brutally kill each other. I saw their thing for the backstory. That's what it's called for Batwoman, and she was also paralyzed and placed in a chair, but this time she stayed paralyzed.
You mean Batgirl?
Batgirl, my bad.
What?
Yeah.
Woman, girl, dude, the same
There's
thing.
Completely
there are
different
two different characters.
Batwoman and Batgirl.
Yeah,
That
I know.
one's on me.
Yeah, I know.
You can't do this to me. Do you want to know how much I sacrificed?
But yeah, I just and then she gets back up later with like
Oracle.
enhancements and stuff. But yeah, Oracle, and I'm like,
Later, she just gets healed. Yeah.
yeah, it's just retcon.
Death Battle,
whatever.
as a child, Death Battle was like gospel. If one character beat another in a Death Battle, that was it.
Dude, that
they
was the
were
argument.
stronger. That's
Yeah,
just
that
how
was
it
it.
is.
That was
Spider-Man beats Batman. That's how it works, because Death Battle says
Death
so.
Battle says so. Dude, I feel like
Mario
Spider-Man,
I also
Sonic,
say
though,
so,
they've
but-
made 2 different death battles with 2 different results.
people sleep on the spider sense because it's just like danger is coming, time to dodge. It's just
It's
you
quite
should-
literally just.
I have a
He
spider
should-
sense when it
Everything.
comes to what Smash characters are getting announced, and I got it right with Steve. And this Thursday, they're
You gotta
announcing
have one
Jonesy.
character. Congratulations, you
If
did it.
They're announcing Jonesy at the Game Awards.
It's
By the way,
not
This is
No, they're
going to
not.
be
They're
Jonesy.
not
It's
announcing
not
Fortnite
Jo-
Jonesy. No,
I
they're
will
not.
literally
No.
rewind time and uninvent
Thank
the
you,
Smash
Ty.
Bros. Series just to
You
prevent
guys-
Jonesy from getting released.
We're filming this in advance of the Game Awards, so I know you guys right now are going, "Wow, he was right about that." I can't
You
believe
are
it.
not doing
No.
that.
No, okay, this episode is being released the day after Game Awards, so you guys will know. You guys will be listening to this, and you'll be like,
No, that-
"Ah, yes, it was such a great moment when Fortnite Jonesy was gonna get in Smash, but then
Oh my
Bandana
God.
Waddle Dee smashed
Stabbed him.
into the camera and killed Fortnite Jonesy. It was like, I'm here,
Dude,
and then
I-
everyone was like, perfect,
I
amazing.
have a
They don't
friend.
know Waddle Dee doesn't have a mouth.
I have a friend who's gonna.
Ah,
They want Bandana Waddle Dee in so badly. Like
it's me.
Your friend is named Drake.
No,
Yeah.
your friend is named Drake Maris.
Another
Yeah.
friend.
No,
Um,
not possible.
You have
His-
another friend that likes Kirby. That's kind of impossible.
I have, like-
Hold on.
Bro, I'm.
How do I
getting-
not know this person?
No, you do know this person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Who is it? Just tell me.
Nico.
Oh wait, Nico is a Kirby fan? Yo, what? That's
You didn't
vague.
know this?
I didn't know.
Wow.
He's never said anything. Us Kirby fans are very reclusive.
I
Okay?
guess since we're talking about video games, we can talk about video game movies.
We
You're-
can
ah,
talk about
that's-
video
that's a
game
good
movies.
trend.
Mortal Kombat
So,
is good.
The FNAF movie coming out soon. am
So
I
the
right?
FNAF, let's go. I'm unironically hoping that's
Tom
like a
Hanks
really
says
good movie.
Purple
I
Guy.
hope it's good. Oh my god.
Ty, you should be Purple Guy. Do your best Purple Guy impression right now.
Just screaming in the spring monsoon.
I'm not exactly sure what I
No.
can do there. I'll be.
Do you
Henry,
not
though.
know his voice, bro? No, okay, their voice. They're both like. Purple Guy is like British
Connection
or something.
terminated.
No, he
He's-
isn't. Shut up.
Yeah, he is.
He isn't.
He's spoken only
British
a few lines in the
person.
series, and he. Oh yeah. He's no British guy. Purple Guy.
Oh my
It was
god.
code the whole time. Imagine being British.
I have a
Sorry.
few friends
Video
who
game-
can imagine that.
No, you don't.
yes,
You're a
I
liar.
do.
Back when
You-
you lived in Canada, I bet there was a lot of Brits there.
Yeah, Ty when he went from Canada.
I've been to Canada. This is not
No,
unknown
you
knowledge.
you came from Canada. Yes, we all know this.
What do you think? What do you think happened? Somebody chopped down a tree and I was inside it.
Yes,
Yes!
like it's Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh god.
You know,
Okay,
when they're
so yeah. Canada and Britain are connected by a land bridge over the Atlantic, okay? We all know this.
Now hang on a second.
That's how you
It's
know
just-
all your British friends is
Ty
they
is
walk over.
actually a freaking Alvin and the Chipmunk. He's the 4th member.
He's the
I'm
chip.
not.
With the
What-
yellow.
Think
What
of it.
about my
Have-
voice
Grant,
screams chipmunk?
have you seen have you seen Alvin and the Chipmunks and Ty in the same room together?
Nope.
I don't think you have. Nope. It's got him.
It's a conspiracy.
Doesn't
There are like
doesn't
5
Simon
Chipmunks
got
movies.
laws?
Simon does not look like Scott the
Simon
Waz.
the
Simon the Chipmunk does not look like famous YouTuber Scott the Waz. Wozniak Scott. Is his name actually just Scott Wozniak?
Yes,
Who has their last name as Wozniak?
the co-creator of Apple.
Yeah.
Really? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What kind of weirdo would have that?
Wait, Scott is the Apple man?
No.
Oh my god.
Ocean Man.
Take me by the
do you
hand.
guys-
lead me
there-
to the land.
There were rumors, back to video game movies. There was a rumor of like the Minecraft movie or something, right?
That got canceled.
It got
Supposedly.
canceled. Dang.
Wait,
Yeah,
got canceled? I thought it was supposed to come out in 2022.
Nope, I've heard it got canceled. I've heard
Really?
it got canceled. I could be
Where did you hear it from?
freaking. I don't remember, bro. It's been
YouTuber?
so long. Probably some YouTuber, but
I mean,
again, don't
probably
trust me.
canceled. It was gonna be
Don't
awful.
trust.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's true.
I heard like apparently like the plot was like, oh, these kids they get trapped into Minecraft land and they
No.
have to stop the Ender Dragon from
You-
taking over.
Yeah, but you know how easy it
And
is
it's-
to beat Minecraft.
It's not Stephen Alex.
No,
Ow.
you know how easy it is to like just make a Minecraft movie. They have all the lore there already. You just
Yeah.
Matt Pat
Just have
solves
Matt
the
Pat
lore.
solve the lore.
Matt Pat
Yes.
solved the lore.
Dude,
Okay.
I hope when this video comes out, Matt Pat releases another theory, and then we can like tag it or something. That'd be very funny. It'd
No,
be
I'm
very
not
funny.
tagging Matt. I'm not tagging Matt Pat in there.
Probably
Affiliate
either Among
links.
Us or
He
Minecraft.
literally he made $3 million and then he gave none of it to me. I don't get what's the deal.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I have not seen that many video game movies. I will admit.
Me either.
I've seen Mortal Kombat. I've seen Sonic. I've seen
Sonic.
I've seen Sonic. Sonic
Oh,
is a good
Pixels.
Sonic.
I guess Pixels counts.
Pixels is an
Pixels-
Atari movie.
Pixels was weird. Like
What are
hands
some
down.
other video game
I remember
movies? Just list them off.
I saw Pixels with
I
some
have
of
not
my,
seen Movie
my
Fighter.
boys.
Oh.
Did I see it with Cooper? I
I
think I did.
saw
Uh,
Sonic with the boys, right, Drake?
Yes, hey!
The
and we
movie-
didn't go
I saw
correct.
Wreck-It Ralph 1 and 2.
The movie theater experience was very nice.
The movie experience. Okay,
My
okay. So
seat was up front.
Let's tell the story.
It
Let's
was
tell the
perfect.
story of our Sonic movie experience. Okay, so
You go.
basically, at the theater, I got like a huge group. I was with like 10 people, I think it was.
He summoned the
basically what
cavalry.
happened
I was
was
with a
that,
better group, by the way.
you were
you were
with 4
actually-
people.
You were alone.
Shut up!
I was not alone. I was with Cooper, Brayden, and Sebastian.
You could have gone
Shut
with
up.
us
Shut up.
anyway.
I could have, but I didn't.
Could have, but you're a loser. Basically, what happened was that I was just gonna get tickets there, but I didn't realize how the Sonic movie was literally filling up like as fast as like freaking Endgame. So quickly, I had to. I was like, okay, so I can either buy only front row seat tickets, which I just assumed it was going to be the stupid front row seat tickets that are like you have to literally bend your neck up on 90 degrees to see the movie screen. So I was like, there's no way I want to do that. So I just got them all scattered about. When we showed up, some of my friends were like, hey, why there's the seats in the front are still open. Why don't we just go there and take the seats? I had already bought all the tickets for everyone. They gave me the money.
We gave him.
And I was like, oh, are you sure no one's going to sit up in the front seats? And are you sure you want the front seats? They're like, yeah, we want to sit next to each other. And I was like, okay. So we went up in the front, and it was actually good front seats, as in, like, the screen was a moderate distance away. And I was like, okay, this is going to be fine. But, of course, the movie theater was actually, like, basically full.
Yeah, they were selling
so-
tickets as the movie started, which was like,
Yeah.
huh.
Yeah, like, we were, like, 15 minutes in the movie, and then people started showing up to the front seats being like, hey, this is my seat. And we're just like, oh, we didn't know. What? We didn't.
Yeah, I was
So,
very confused. I was like, wait, what? Why
so
are you here?
we just had to keep on, like, as people showed up in the front seats, we had to actually move to our actual spots. But, you know, I was the one who bought the tickets, so I was the only one who knew what seats were available. And remember, they were scattered everywhere. So people would have to, like, figure it out by, like, standing on the sides and looking for an empty seat. And I feel bad for them. I knew where my seat was.
All four of us were in the massive recliners, and we were like, and when they were like, meow, everyone in the theater said it with us. It was amazing.
Oh my
We
god.
literally before we yelled out, we all
sad.
yelled out, everyone say meow, and then it went meow, and I
That's
have it
pretty
recorded
cool.
on my phone. In fact,
You
maybe I'll
do?
send it to you so you can play it in the
Send it to me
podcast.
so I can put it in. That'd be. I
Quick
can add that.
pause.
Quick
All
pause.
right.
Go.
There we go.
Epic
I
win.
hope you
Okay.
enjoyed that very funny
That pause
clip.
was Sonic Speed.
Sonic Speed. I do have one last detail of the story. Okay, so one of my friends, Oh wait, no, we had him on Gael from like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
He was with us.
Army
last guest.
He bought a front row seat because I bought for everyone except him. He already got a ticket in the front row, and Ty just happened to be sitting in that one. So Gael, he didn't even get to sit in his own seat. He had to find one of my seats, and Ty was the only one who got to sit up in the front row.
I pulled the
and didn't have to move the whole time.
I pulled the
He just
ultimate
happened.
divination wizard BS, and
What a
I just
bully.
And Ty,
happened to
I remember
roll.
I sat in your seat, and then you said move one over. I was like, okay. And
Yeah, because I knew, Drake. I knew that seat would be taken, so I had to sacrifice you down the pit. It had to be done.
I'm
sorry.
actually in pain right now. You don't even understand.
I'm sorry.
And that was like the last movie I saw in theaters. I'm pretty sure.
Last movie I saw in
Same
theaters was
here.
Tenet.
Oh, how
No,
was
Not
it?
in August. It was pretty good, but not the best Christopher.
That's right, because you went out of state to see
Yeah.
that, didn't you?
Not to see it, but I was already out of state and I wanted to see it badly.
Might as well
Yeah,
just go.
and it was cool, like getting to go in a movie theater, and it was super safe. Like honestly, they should open it. It was super safe. Everything was sanitized down, and you had to wear a mask the whole time. So I was cool.
Like literally, if they just do every other seat, it's pretty good. I think it would be.
Yeah,
No, I
pretty
feel
there
good.
was literally 3 other people in the theater with me, and they were way. I barely saw them. They were way behind me.
Nah, I still don't feel
movie
that
theaters are
comfortable.
dying though.
That's
Which
true.
man, it's just what was it? It's Warner Brothers that's going all digital next
Yeah,
year. I mean, not
with
all
HBO.
digital. It's a simultaneous
And
release.
Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out.
You guys want to
on
watch
Christmas
84
Day.
together? Like,
We-
I'm gonna watch
we
it with my
could.
parents.
oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
I might watch it with Ty. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll watch Godzilla vs Kong with you.
Okay.
Epic win.
Ooh,
I'm so.
that one's
Oh.
coming out soon?
It's gonna come out on HBO in like May.
Oh, neat.
It was gonna come out this year, but everything got ruined.
Right.
It would have come
I
out in November. Yeah.
I need to watch that one because
would also have Venom 2.
yeah, Kong.
Venom. We gotta see that together.
Venom 2. Let's go. I miss being with people. I miss watching movies with people in the theater, like the Sonic movie. We're all gang up and be like, "Haha, what a great time!" I have a photo of that.
Yes.
Memories.
Oh, wait, you should throw that- no, send-
I can throw in the picture. I
You-
can throw in the picture.
Well,
I can send it to you.
Another quick
No,
break.
no.
Let's go. Okay, guys. Sonic speed break. right
what
now.
I mean
Oh.
is, Drake. Remember how the yearbook interviewed us, right? They need pictures of people.
Oh,
Like,
brother.
Send that to
Yeah.
send that to them. Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
do a little
so
side right now. What
finish-
was the yearbook
finish-
interview?
we finished the yearbook interview.
Oh,
What was
it wasn't
What'd
really
they
an
ask?
interview. What happened? What happened
They
was
just sent us a doc of like.
they
of-
sent us a screenshot of like notes,
Okay.
and it was honestly just a list of questions, and it was like, hey, here's some questions, answer them in
Let
a
me
Google Doc,
actually
and like send
Get up
them.
a couple of
Wait,
the
so you guys
questions.
are 100% going to be in the yearbook?
Yeah.
For your
Probably. Yeah. They're desperate. I'll admit the yearbook is
Of
desperate right
course
now.
they're
for anything.
desperate. They have Zoom screens.
Yeah. Let's see. Name your podcast. Whatever. When did you start? What inspired you to start one? What streaming platform do you use for a podcast? Did we answer that one?
It's just YouTube. You guys just use YouTube.
No, it's I
This
don't
is a
know
little
the answer.
behind the
Did we answer
scenes
that
with
Hold on.
Grant and Drake for our
behind the scenes, and also maybe Ty. But
I'm here.
Maybe. That's our special guest today.
special guest star. Yeah, we're gonna have to update the thumbnail to have Grant as the
Yeah.
hopefully.
No, that's for April. That's the April Fool's Day episode. Shh.
Oh,
It's gonna be me and Cooper hosting it and interviewing you guys,
I actually like that idea.
right?
I like that idea.
Morning-
that'd be pretty
It's
good.
journeying the Omniverse with Grant and Cooper.
That'd be pretty funny.
Okay,
I mean, I also
we can
have
do
to.
that.
I haven't announced. If you're this far into the podcast, then you've earned it. Okay, cool. So
Alright.
starting like sometime in January, I'm gonna be uploading daily for like 100 days. It's just like a fun little thing to
Hopefully
do.
he does.
'Cause I'm super bored.
You're not gonna
Um,
do
If,
that.
if
I'm
I
kidding.
don't, then that's unfortunate. But I'm
He's
gonna
gonna do it,
get with
people.
the boys as safe
Yeah.
as possible.
We're breaking the
If we
law.
infect each other, I'm gonna kill
Getting
them.
COVID challenge.
Getting COVID.
Please,
challenge.
no.
Stop at each other
Stop.
for 10 minutes straight.
No.
Testing
Remember,
the limits of COVID.
stop.
Testing
No, they're coming out with a vaccine, so hopefully we'll actually just be able to do
What
that.
we should do as an
Um,
episode of it, you know those things that's like that straw that can like drink like dirty water and it turns it into clean
Yeah.
water?
Yeah.
We should do that and test it.
Drink each other's what, spit? What are we playing
No,
here?
like you go to like a gutter.
I'm
You
not,
get the
I'm
gutter
not
open
doing that. I'm not doing that.
You know, that'd be pretty
I'm
funny.
not doing that.
out and urine.
We have to at least match the level of Unis Honest content, okay?
Obviously.
Cooking with
Text.
with words with things
Are we allowed to
that
say
would
it?
get
Yo, go
demonetized.
yo, hey, YouTube, YouTube. I'm just a guy. I'm just a.
I already have
Are you
this
even
listed.
able to monetize your channel?
I don't
Uh,
think so. You have to have like at
my-
least
Also,
one.
this
subs, I thought.
podcast
Yeah.
evolved into this most of the time.
Also, yeah, I already have my videos listed as not for kids. So
I already have mine. Well, because
Yeah.
I just do that for everything. Because I don't think they are. They're for
Yeah.
the radical teenagers out there, like us. We're
You're
relatable.
not really a teenager anymore,
Yeah.
Drake. You're rapidly becoming an adult before
That's
any
the
of us.
whole
When's
point
your
of
the
birthday?
all
Ty?
unfortunate
birthdays.
truth. My
My
birthday.
your birthday.
My birthday is September 9th. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
by the way, I am older than Ty. I think Grant, are you older?
Yeah.
Yeah, a
all
lot
of
of
us
people
are-
happen to be older than
Why are
me.
you older than Ty?
Even
Why is your
though-
voice so deep? I just
Even though
realized.
my height
Wait
and
a second.
maturity
Hold on.
outlast them.
Oh yeah. Also, for all the
eons.
core,
I'm like
husband
basically a
stands Ty is
What? Stop!
Like,
Stop!
No,
Don't.
I'm like
no.
I'm literally like at probably less than an inch shorter than you.
Yeah. Well, you're still shorter than me, so
The gap is
Take
shortening,
it.
is what I'm saying. There
Hey,
could
it
be
is
a
not.
point where I'm taller than you.
there will
I'm
not
like,
be.
I'm
I will
like
make
3
sure
foot
of
five.
it.
Grant's 3'5". How's the weather down there, Grant?
Still with your
I have my own climate zone now.
the Grant zone.
The Grant zone. Grant zone. Get it? It's AutoZone, except it's Grant. Get it?
Yes,
It's-
I
I wouldn't
understand.
expect simpletons like you to understand
Stop
my comedy.
explaining the
Canadians like-
joke. It
Have
makes
you
it
heard
bad.
of O'Reilly's before?
Oh, Riley. Okay.
Auto parts.
Ow.
Are you guys gonna have like an episode with all your guests that you've ever had on it?
That would be fun. You
that
know,
would
that
be-
would be pretty fun.
It'd be interesting. I mean, to have like,
When's
a
the
bunch of
1 year?
people.
When's the 1 year mark of the podcast?
Oh my
No,
god.
it's in
That's
a
not for
while,
a while. Yeah,
For
we're
a
only
while.
we're only on
When you first-
episode what 13. Like that would be episode
13.
like 52,
Oh, this is-
right?
This is the unlucky episode. No, it's
What
why
do you mean?
Grant's here. I get it now.
Have you guys actually been consistent
what?
every week?
Yeah,
Oh,
every week.
we've missed
Okay, there we have missed a few.
week.
But
Because
that-
okay, we recorded for 1 week, but then we decided to
Yeah.
not upload that until later.
That's because
Okay.
it was the making
that's
of the
funny.
lyrics
The making
for the 10
the
Bro
lyrics
Commandments.
for the
Which,
10 Bro
speaking of,
Commandments. We haven't even begun working on that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, you made the storyboard
I
for
made
it,
this.
but we
I made the
have
animatic
no idea
for
what
it, but
to do
that's
next.
it.
We'll
You got
admit.
you guys should ask ASB to promote this though.
Promote
The
our whole like.
podcast? I
Look,
mean,
if you
if
want,
they're
if you want to put this on GMJP,
dude.
it's pretty-
Oh my God, Grant, let's put this
I
on
can't.
GMGP.
I'm not. I don't think we're able to. I
Why
think
not?
Life will let
Cringe,
us. I don't think
actually
he let us.
cringe.
Okay.
I'd have to
Because
somehow-
you have to have
I'd
like
have
a
to
teacher
actually
that thinks
go to the ASB, and then no, but then I'd have to get this podcast approved for school.
Exactly. You have to get
That's
it.
not
Yeah.
possible. Regulations are so like BS. Okay.
God,
Why
why
can I
can't we
not
just
say-
devolve into anarchy already?
What if I watch this? I'm gonna make this immediately. I already said sex toys earlier. There's nothing more I can do to make it not
Yeah.
acceptable for school. How to make the ASB fear you in one word? Sex.
Oh God, stop that! My ears.
The yearbook is listening to this. Like, do they even know what they're getting
No,
themselves into?
no, they don't listen
So-
to our episodes because
No,
the
you
You guys
information
said
that we put
I
on
would
the.
get my own section of the episode to talk about Star Wars, right?
Oh,
Okay, can I start that right now?
how long is it? Because we're 53 minutes
How long
in.
is it? We're 53 minutes in.
Let's just say this might be your longest podcast.
Oh
Okay.
So,
I'll
in the
start drinking
prehistory
water.
of the Star Wars galactic universe, the universe began to form, right? The galaxy is formed around a supermassive
Stop
black
doing
hole, which the
this.
stars come to rotate around. Midichlorians come to be. They are the life force. It's also known as the Force, in the cosmic force, and it's birthed from the wellspring of life, right? So there's
Mhm.
also the birth of the Father, the Son, and the Daughter, which are force wielders.
This is just Christianity.
realm of right?
Hold on.
So the planet Ilum is formed, which includes kyber crystals, which is where Jedi will get their lightsabers.
Lightsabers.
So there's pre-hyperspace travel. Before people discovered hyperspace, it was in an era where people basically just colonized a ton, right? In the outer rim, all that crap. So then it's going to be post hyperspace travel when people actually discover it. So then there's actual trade routes, and it's like pretty cool.
Mhm.
Okay, let's get into the Old Republic. The Galactic Republic is formed.
I'm,
You're
Grant,
just gonna fade out.
stopping you.
Grant.
I'm not stopping you.
we're not stopping you. Just
I'm not
do you have this
stopping
all? Do you have this all memorized, or
all
is this on like a
memorized.
Google Doc?
I'm assisting with Wikipedia right now.
Okay. You know what? This is Grant time. Go ahead.
So shortly after the founding of the Jedi Order, the world Ilum is discovered by the Jedi, so then they can get their cool lightsabers, right?
I'm gonna
And
time
there's a lot more about the Old
screen
Republic
at
in
the beginning
Legends.
of this to skip to the end. Okay, cool.
There's a lot more of the Old Republic in Legends, but in canon, it's just like kind of like the Jedi became things. So I could skip this part because there's not much there. Fall of the Old Republic. So the Old Republic ends up falling because the Sith wage war against the Jedi. The Jedi end up winning. The Sith go into hiding with only with the rule of 2 being established, with only 2 Sith at one time, which is kind of broken later on. But yeah, okay.
Got it.
So during the fall of the Old Republic, the Mandalorian Jedi war occurs. The Mandalorians are a group of soldiers that are like pretty cool and like they're pretty poggers. So we'll
Those are
learn more.
Mandalorians.
We'll more
Stop.
Everyone knows
Well,
about them.
We'll learn more about them in probably around half an hour when we get to the middle. Of
Oh my God.
To the around 5-hour mark, we'll start to actually like bring this back up again. Keep a
Yeah.
mental note.
So okay. It's ridiculous.
I mean, we are at like farther than I thought this would be.
Yeah.
Like I thought it would
yeah.
honestly take about 3
So
times.
yeah,
as long.
the Sith start building their own lightsabers, and there's a thing called the Scourge of Malachor, which is featured in Star Wars Rebels. They go to this planet. That's going to be around the 3-hour mark. Star Wars Rebels. And it's like this really cool planet with like this massive like Death Star like battle station, but it was like before the Death Star. And it's pretty cool. And there's a Sith holocron there, right? So
No,
now,
wait, Grant. Take 30 minutes to explain what a holocron is, please.
okay, so holocron is what the Jedi Order like, or not just the Jedi and Sith store like their information and history in.
Got it.
Okay.
All right,
So
30
now
minutes have passed.
we're getting into the Dark Age. The Jedi-Sith War ends with the Jedi Order and Galactic Republic victorious. So this is more when the Sith kind of get. And we also talk about the first Mandalorian Jedi, which has the Darksaber, right?
Mhm.
And Darksaber's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Like I think we all
It's
think
a
that.
lightsaber, but it's splat.
But it's
so it's
dark.
cool.
So the Rise of the Republic happens, and there is a Chancellor and a Galactic Senate. The Yavin Code is established at the Yavin Convention. I'm reading this off of Wikipedia, so I'm interested.
That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
It's like the Geneva Conventions, except less like Nazis and more space.
So
Space
around
Nazis.
1,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, the Jedi realized that Ilum, like they bring younglings there to like make their Jedi or to make their lightsabers,
Mhm.
and so these are some kind of significant characters. Yoda is born in 896 years before A New Hope. Naboo joins the Galactic Republic around then too, like literally a few years after. Yoda begins to train as a Jedi 797 years before, right? Yaddle is born. This is the most important one. Yaddle is born 500
Yeah.
years before New Hope. Let's see here. High Republic era, which is new books and comics that are going to be coming out in January, but we do know about a few things. So the High Republic's basically like these like it's like the Knights of the Round Table basically of Jedi. And they have like really cool lightsabers. And they so this thing called the Great Disaster happens where hyperspace travel gets shut down and people are like stranded all throughout the galaxy.
Oh. Why?
Oh god, I should have got some water for this. And so there's this like space station is like the catalyst of it because it crashes in the outer rim and like all the Jedi are stranded and basically we don't know exactly what happens yet because the books haven't come out yet. We just know that it occurs and a bunch of the Jedi are lost and they fight these things called Nihil, which are these evil things. Count Dooku was born 102 years before the Battle of Navin, and he's pretty cool. Palpatine is born 84 years before the Battle of Navin. That's kind of weird. Palpatine is it's Dooku's master, but he's born after Dooku by a significant amount of time. Qui-Gon Jinn is born in 80
Hold
years.
on, rewind. Wait. Palpatine's younger than Dooku?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
What?
This
Hold on.
Mace
is
Windu is born 72
Okay,
years
continue.
before the Battle of Navin. Cad Bane is born 62 years before.
Are you listing off every single major character's birth year?
Trust me, there's a lot of characters that are kind of not known here. Obi-Wan is born 57 years before the Battle of Yavin. Okay, so this is just a big event. Anakin Skywalker is born 41 years before the Battle of Yavin. People believe that Palpatine influenced like the pregnancy because he's like born without a father. Like he just doesn't have a father. And also in the exact same year, Grogu is born. So that's pretty cool because Grogu's a cool guy. So I believe we'll hit the. Ooh, okay, no. Phantom Menace is before that, I believe. So Phantom Menace happens. Basically, there's like these trade disputes. Obi-Wan and what's his freaking name? Qui-Gon go and they like and the negotiations were short, as Obi-Wan says.
Like all these other characters, but you didn't remember who Qui-Gon Jinn is?
For that 1 second, shut up, man. And so they have to go to Tatooine. I don't freaking remember Phantom Menace. I haven't seen it in years. That's not true. I saw it like a year ago, but it's not that memorable of a movie. They go to Tatooine, and Anakin's there, and he's like, "Now this is pod racing," and they do pod racing, right? And they get a new battery for the ship or whatever, a new engine for their ship, and then they go to Naboo, and Jar Jar's there too, the best character, the evil Sith Lord Jar Jar Binks.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Can you just how much time are we at right now for the whole podcast in general?
1 hour and 1 minute.
1 hour and 1 minute. Okay, yeah, I'm making this the longest one. So yeah, and then when they're back at Naboo, Anakin like comes with them because he's gonna be trained as a Jedi by Qui-Gon, and yeah, and so they go to Naboo, and they're like, okay, this is awesome. Like we're gonna beat all the battle droids, and Jar Jar like is fighting all the battle droids like using his drunken fist wushu style of fighting. I don't know if you know that, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Move on.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are fighting Darth Maul, and Qui-Gon gets stabbed by Darth Maul. Darth Maul gets cut in half and thrown into a reactor shaft, but he survives. Spoiler.
Whoa.
Obi-Wan has to then reluctantly train Anakin, which is a very important thing because if Qui-Gon had trained Anakin, he probably would not have become Vader. Spoiler alert, Anakin is Vader. Which you guys don't know who Vader is because I haven't mentioned Vader yet. You're all hearing this right now.
I think the audience might know who Vader is.
Remember the person I said who didn't know Darth Vader was Luke's father? There's.
Okay, alright.
So Ahsoka is also born around this time. Who is
what
Anakin?
From Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, from Avatar. A few years later, Plo Koon, the best Jedi, finds Ahsoka and brings her to the Jedi Order. That's actually canon. I'm not making that up. What is it? Okay, so yeah, freaking Trade Federation crap. Freaking not much happens between episodes 1 and 2. Anakin pretty much is trained. Boba Fett's born. The Clone Army begins. Han Solo is born around that time because he's kind of old.
Epic.
All right.
Unexpected, I'll be honest.
Jedi Master Sifo Dyas, like he's the one that starts all the clone stuff because he's like, oh man, there's something's happening. Like he can feel it, and he goes to the dark side a little bit. So they're like, okay, we need to make a clone army. So they make a clone army in secret, and so that means like important characters like Rex and Cody, they're all born. Wolf, all those people. Okay, I think we should probably just skip to episode 2 because like pretty much between episode 1 and 2, just Anakin grows up. That's it.
Yeah,
you're going to the whole thing, right? Like all of Star Wars right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Depends on. I think we have enough time for this. Whew, okay.
I mean, I have a thing later, so I'd prefer you go through quickly. Anyway.
Okay. So Anakin, in the beginning of episode 2, there's a plot to assassinate Padme. Basically, Jango uses this bounty hunter named Zam Wessel, who's a shapeshifter, to kill Padme. And then Jango Fett's kind of a cool guy. He's all the clones. He's cloned into all the clones, basically. And he has a son named Boba Fett, who's not that important of a character. No one cares about Boba Fett, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anakin is charged with the protection of Padme, right? And Anakin's haunted by the dreams. Like he sees his mom dying by all the Tusken Raiders, and he's like, "Oh God, I gotta go save my mom." He doesn't save his mom. His mom gets murdered by the Tusken Raiders. So Anakin turns kind of evil there. Like that's the first part where he's like,
got it. The angst decides to kick in.
Gamer rage for the first time.
Yes. So Jar Jar actually gives emergency powers to Chancellor Palpatine. Jar Jar causes the Empire's rise. Let's just be
Yes,
real.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Let's be honest.
The puppet
And,
master.
and he officially sanctions the clone army to be used by the Grand Army of the Republic. So Obi-Wan's captured by Jango. I believe Jango. I could be forgetting this. And he goes to Geonosis and like gets interrogated by freaking Count Dooku. And then Anakin gets captured, Padme gets captured, C-3PO and R2-D2 are like in the droid factory still, I think, because they go to a droid factory as well. A lot of things happen in this movie. It's just good. Yeah. So and then they have to fight these like monsters on the Geonosis, and yeah, and then they fight Count Dooku, and Count Dooku cuts off Anakin's arm, and Yoda fights Count Dooku, and he's like flipping, and they both get out. But Anakin loses his arm and his original lightsaber, his original blue lightsaber. He loses, which looks exactly the same, and it was kind of stupid that they did it. So now we're getting into the Clone Wars, which I am not going to be summarizing every episode.
Do
of
not,
the Clone Wars.
please do not.
Please don't do that.
So I'll go through the big details, which are the biggest characters from the Clone Wars. I'd say are Ahsoka, Rex, Ventress, and freaking, huh?
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. Because Darth Maul comes back. A few more things to mention at the tail end of Attack of the Clones is that Mace Windu kills Jango Fett, which means Boba Fett like hates all Jedi now. That kind of does it. What else here? Okay, so now going into Clone Wars, Anakin gets a scar by his right eye. That's kind of a very significant thing, obviously. They rescue Anakin and Ahsoka's one of their first missions is to rescue Rada, who is the son of Jabba the Hutt. And it's very wholesome 100.
Please no.
Anakin and Ahsoka in their first major battle, though, go with Rex on the planet Christophsis. It's called, okay, and like all the clones are there. Yeah.
Christoph.
They fight General Grievous's flagship, the Malevolence, which is like this really cool thing. Yeah, that happens. Lots of other just small like little skirmish battles. Like nothing that big until I'd say the turning point in the series is when Darth Maul comes back. The Night Sisters and Savage Opress, they find Darth Maul and he's like all crazy. He has like spider legs. It's very weird. Very weird.
Oh, whatever gives you an advantage, I guess.
He's completely insane by that point. So they
by the way, he got cut in half, so that's why his bottom half has been replaced by spider legs. That's the point. He didn't grow like actual spider legs; they're like robot spider legs.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And he's completely just mentions Obi-Wan all the time because Obi-Wan was the one that cut him in half.
Obi-Wan.
Kenobi. That's what he says in Rebels, which will be in about 1 hour. We'll cover Rebels.
Oh my god! Please.
I could just cover the prequel era today, and then in future episodes, like that could be a running gag. I can cover.
You come back and just keep.
Just finish the prequels here. Just finish the prequels, okay?
Finish prequels. So basically, there's also a fake funeral for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan fakes his death during the Clone Wars to disguise as a bounty hunter to like go with Cad Bane and like all these other cool bounty hunters. Really cool episode. Just watch it on Disney Plus. So yeah, with Maul and Savage Opress basically go around the galaxy just like murdering people, and then Savage Opress gets killed by Sidious because they go to fight Sidious, and so Opress gets
Sidious
killed.
is also Palpatine. If you are still here and you have not seen Star Wars, okay, there's your little info.
Yeah, Sidious does that. And he captures Darth Maul, which this happens in the comic. Darth Maul goes to a prison. The Mandalorians. I told you the Mandalorians would come back. The Mandalorians.
You did say that.
The Mandalorians break Darth Maul out of jail, and then they go to Mandalore, and then there's stuff happens there, but there's stuff in between that I need to cover. So Ahsoka gets accused of bombing the Jedi Temple, and like she's wrongly accused by that, by the way. But people still think that like she gets cast out of the Jedi Order. Oh, no. And then later on they realize, oh shoot, freaking it was actually a different person named Barriss Offee that was like the kind of the murderer and the bomber. So they realize it's her, and she actually does not die, and people don't know what happens to her in the current canon. So that's kind of like a mystery, like, ooh, this evil person. We don't know where they are. Okay. Grand Admiral Thrawn rises to prominence during this time. He's an important character in a lot of books and TV shows, but he will be important in The Mandalorian later. So I think I should probably mention him. And he's kind of like this massive military leader, and he like just knows a lot. Okay. Ahsoka decides not to join back into the Jedi Order. She's like, you guys were mean to me, so I'm going back. And then so she's out on her own. Yoda embarks on a Force Ghost mission to like turn himself into a Force Ghost when he dies, and he succeeds because he fights like an evil Yoda, and it's kind of cool. And okay, I've skipped a lot here. We'll skip to the Bad Batch, which are a group of genetically engineered clone troopers, and they basically him and Anakin, or all four of them and Anakin, go and discover Echo, who's like this clone trooper. Earlier in the Clone Wars, people thought was like dead and like blown up and crap, but he's not. Like he's actually alive and he's a cyborg now. It's pretty cool. So they find
turning point of the war because they were using using Echo's brain as like an algorithm to like predict their movements, their like strategies.
Yep. And then this really boring arc with Ahsoka where she meets these people, and it's a really bad arc, and it's not even worth mentioning. Ahsoka goes to Mandalore. Her Rex. I won't spoil too much for Drake here. There's
I
not
haven't
much
seen it yet. I have like a few episodes left of Clone Wars.
All Ahsoka and Rex all go to Mandalore, and they're like fighting. It's super cool, really cool action scenes. Ahsoka fights Darth Maul, beats him, and they trap Darth Maul. They basically put him in a cell. But then while they're going back to like deliver Maul to the Republic, Order 66 is activated, which Rex turns on Ahsoka.
That's the meme.
Yeah, it is.
It is the funny.
And so this is getting a little into the Revenge of the Sith, but I'll cover Clone Wars before Revenge of the Sith.
Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith overlap.
They overlap at the end. Yeah. So Order 66 happens. Ahsoka does get out and she frees Rex because she gets I forgot to cover the thing where clones have chips in their head that makes them follow orders. So all of them unwillingly go after Ahsoka and Maul. And Maul basically crashes this massive Star Destroyer into an ice planet, right? Mm-hmm. And Maul gets off though. He gets a ship. Ahsoka, she with Rex, they like barely get out. Every other clone trooper dies, and there's like a lot of clone troopers on the ship, and they all die in the crash, and only those two get out. And later on, they go get some more clone troopers, but for then that's all you know. And they bury all of the troopers. And like years later, Darth Vader. I just said something I should not have said.
Oh my god, you're such a wow, you're a
I didn't say
it. Just say the thing.
Years later, Darth Vader finds the crash and finds Ahsoka's lightsabers that are buried there, and that is the Clone Wars.
Neat.
Sorry, Drake. I was like on a tangent there. I did not spoil. But there's a lot of.
I don't care that much.
So episode 3. This is gonna be the finale of today, and this episode should be the longest podcast after I finish episode 3.
It is going to be.
What are we at right now?
We are 1 hour and 13 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Actually. Okay. So episode 3. This is probably the densest movie. The Battle of what's it called? Battle above Coruscant. And they go and Palpatine's captured, and Anakin kills Dooku. It's a pretty crazy moment. That's pretty much when most people consider Anakin goes to the dark side, like before like his initial descent to the dark side. They both then go after Grievous. Grievous escapes. They both crash land on Obi-Wan and Anakin and the Chancellor crash on Coruscant, but they're like fine. It's another happy landing. And Padme goes, "I'm pregnant, Anakin." And Anakin's like, "This is the happiest day of my life." And then that's with Luke and Leia. Later on, they want Anakin to spy on the Chancellor. But Anakin likes the Chancellor. Like he sees the Chancellor as like a pretty good dude. So he's like, I don't really want to do that. And so he talks with the Chancellor and tells the Chancellor that this is all going on. They want him to spy. And then the Chancellor's like, I'm actually Darth Sidious. And then he's like, how could you? And then he goes to the Jedi Council, tells them that he's Darth Sidious. The Jedi Council then goes to Sidious, and then I'll say the Grievous stuff after. Sidious then kills all of them, like except Mace Windu. So I'm pausing right there. Mace Windu's fighting Sidious when they're trying to arrest him. Now we jump to Obi-Wan that's going and fighting Grievous at what's it called? Fighting Grievous on Utapau. That's the planet. By now I'm not even reading Wikipedia, by the way.
No, I know, but this one.
So he goes to Utapau. He fights Grievous. Basically just kills Grievous. Like he shoots him in the heart. He blows up completely. There's no way Grievous will ever come back.
Yeah, yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
Oh, also, I didn't mention this before, but Darth Maul survives like far after the prequels. So,
Makes
okay.
sense.
So now Order 66 happens, which was what earlier I mentioned, but now is like when it happens in Revenge of the Sith. And when Grievous is going out of Utapau, and he's like chasing after, I believe, a like senator or something stupid. He's chasing after something, and he gets shot off there. Obi-Wan survives Order 66, so that we could say. Mace Windu is fighting Palpatine. This is like leading up to Order 66. Anakin kills Mace Windu. As we know of, people say Mace Windu might survive. I don't think he does.
No, he's dead.
And then Anakin's like, I am Darth Vader now. And then Palpatine's like, good Anakin. So yeah, that happens. Let's see. Anakin is officially Darth Vader. He goes, he has some fun with some kids in the Jedi Temple.
A little play date. Little play
date. And he also he then goes to what's it called? Mustafar, which is where all the leaders of the Trade Federation are, and he's like tasked to kill all of them. So he kills all of them, and it's in this lava planet. And then Padme, Obi-Wan, and C-3PO come. R2-D2's already with Anakin at this point. He's on Anakin's ship, but then goes with Obi-Wan later. They fight. Anakin and Obi-Wan fight, and Anakin chokes out Padme, like completely, just like ah. And so that's kind of a bra moment, as you could say.
That's rough.
As they say.
It's a really cool fight. One of the best of the series.
Don't try it.
Obi-Wan cuts off Anakin's all of his limbs that haven't already been cut off. He is thrown into lava and burnt completely. He should not have survived it. Let's just say that. He's then turned into Darth Vader fully and completely at this point. And so cut to Padme and Obi-Wan. They're in this like hospital, and then Luke and Leia are alive. Characters you don't know yet because I haven't mentioned them. Very, very
obviously
characters.
Nobody knows who they are. Background.
Which kind of shocks me how much younger Luke and Leia are compared to Han Solo. Like they're like 8 years old.
I always knew that.
10 years old younger. It's yeah. So yeah, they're born. Padme dies of sadness, of a broken heart. And then Anakin realizes.
And also the damage to her windpipe and the birthing. Whatever.
I don't think that would kill you, windpipe damage. Whatever. I've always thought it was a broken heart or like Palpatine killing her through the dark side.
I think significant windpipe damage could probably kill somebody.
No, because she got freaking choked for like a while, and then she gave birth to two children.
I think the stress from that might do it. I'm sorry.
Well, either way, Vader is completely evil now because Padme is dead. So he's like, ah, and Obi-Wan gives Luke to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru on Tatooine, and Obi-Wan stays on Tatooine. But he also gives Leia to Senator Bail Organa on Alderaan. And that is the end of Revenge of the Sith and the end of the prequels.
Thank you.
Next time
Thank you,
I'm on the show, I will continue with the original trilogy.
What time were we at? What
We're
time
at
were we at before
118.
this?
We were at 56 when this started. So, Grant, you've been going at this for 24 minutes.
I just wanted to see that.
I might have like just a separate video of just that.
Just wait until the next episode.
No, I'll keep it in.
Have like
I'll keep it in.
Okay, keep it in. Whatever.
Yeah.
I might not keep it in because it's a lot. But I'll see.
Anyway, movies.
But
that was
kind of
movies.
Have to end the podcast.
Yeah.
I did the longest episode. That was my goal.
That's it. You did. Congratulations. Now my brain is examining my microphone.
So I'm a guest next week too, right? Next 5 weeks in a row.
No.
Who knows? You're being removed from the list forever, Grant. You're a lame loser.
Yeah,
That's just
I
how-
made a bad impression.
Speaking of the list, if you want
You
to, speaking of the list, if you want to be on the list, make sure you join the Discord and tell us so, or comment if you don't want to join the Discord, and then we can work something out.
Well, that's it for
Um,
today's episode of Discussing the Universe with Drake.
And Ty,
And me.
and Grant.
That's okay. Yeah, exactly.
Good
See you,
job.
Grant too. We'll see you next time, where Grant says the entirety of the rest of the lore for 30 minutes.
Next time Grant is on, he will do that. So yeah, see you all next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.